I mean, if you're gonna be about this shit, you gotta be like in that energy. It's that blind faith mindset. You heard? You know what I mean? It's like you genuinely gotta be dead ass faithful about that shit.
So raise your hand if you know about Broccoli City. Raise your hand, make some noise, Okay, I just wanted to make sure y'all knew.
It started from my best friend, my business partner. He said it in a rap, and Broccoli City was like our version of Big Apple. From there, he moved to LA, and it started out as a streetwear company, and we did events to promote the clothing, but the events were just more popping. For us, it's really just based on community over competition and trying to be active and being able to find opportunities for us to be a part of. We found our ability to be nimble and still be big is our advantage. Having access to money was key. I mean, the source of it wasn't always the best, but we were able to grow the business, you know what I mean, in a way early that I feel like gave us an ability to expand. Probably the most pivotal moment was, I think 2016 was probably the first time where I feel like we took a step that was like past everybody else, and that was when we booked Future. To me, expansion was connected to people, less about the revenue or the profit. It's really how do we be impactful while doing things that are extremely big. It's like the medicine and the dog food, you know what I mean? And so that's how we think about it.
Are you able to kind of capture the funding and secure those different grants or any type of donations? What does that look like for you guys? If you don't mind sharing some of those highlights in the company.
I mean, your paperwork gotta be right. That's number one.
The numbers.
Yeah, you gotta, well no, I mean, just even your business structure, your whole shit, like you gotta be ready so you ain't gotta get ready. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the money come and you gotta be ready to accept it. And you just hate to not get the opportunity because you ain't got a business license or you ain't got general insurance. You know what I'm saying? So like I think it's number one starts with like having your business right. And I think having your business right comes with a certain level of respect to the people who you're doing business with.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That you can be confident and be like, yo, my shit together, you know what I mean? And then from there, you know, you're able to really kind of do business. So in 2020, that was like our biggest festival before it got canceled. At that point, I believe that was like one of the best lineups ever for a festival. Definitely go back and Google that. But we had sold like 38,000 tickets.
Wow.
To see that revenue, right? And to be able to like, in your mind, already be spending that, right? And then to have a global pandemic. And that shit go completely away. And you don't have nobody to be mad at. You don't have no precedent. That time period of like that really just showed me like you really have to like build a business and just have an event does not matter because we was like in a bad spot. You heard? Like we was bad. It was bad. For that shit to just go away, they like, yeah, you gotta cancel for some shit you can't see. And niggas is dying in New York and like, you like, oh, wait a minute, what now? What's going on? Like, what you mean we gotta cancel? Like, I'm confused, you know what I mean? Because we had insurances, because we had good lawyers, because our business was right, we at least didn't come out of it in like how I know a lot of people who lost a lot of money, right? We didn't lose a lot of money, which is great. But we didn't make no money. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of the festival, what are some of the logistics? We kind of want to know a little bit like the behind the scenes.
The festival weekend costs like $7 million.
Wow.
Sometimes I feel bad that's how much it costs. We're spending this shit on a 1-day fucking festival, 2-day fucking festival. 2 days, you know what I mean?
But it's about the experience. Y'all do give us an experience.
But truth be told, it really be the talent that's be eating up most of the cost. So it's like, I really be feeling like I'm getting niggas rich, so y'all like, you know what I mean? Like, which I ain't mad at, but it's a little too rich for my blood.
I kind of want to know a little bit more about weed chipping.
It's a tech platform that we created a few years ago that gives people the ability to find ways to earn tickets to Broccoli City, but as well as like other Live Nation events. It's really about incentivizing positive actions. We're actually going through a full integration with Ticketmaster, where we'll be national, where you'll be able to earn tickets to things all over the world.
That's so dope.
So yeah, you'll be seeing some bigger launches and some bigger press releases coming out for that soon.
Awesome. So what kind of inspired the launch of BroccoliCon, and how did that contribute to the overall mission of Broccoli City?
Just back to the impact, just more ways for us to provide context to what we do, more access. It would be wrong for us to have like great brand partners, people spending money with us, and not force them to give back to what it is that we want to do, which is ultimately provide better lifestyles for people of color, you know what I mean? So really BroccoliCon is just a format and a platform for them to do that. Like, yo, come have your HR come, like what you hiring for, what are you looking for? Are you looking for vendors, black vendors? Are you looking for employees? Like what are you doing, you know what I mean? I think brand stuff is where Broccoli City is gonna be, and content. I think there's a huge opportunity in the digital space as relates to the under 30 black woman. I think that a lot of the platforms that traditionally would have owned that space I don't think that their output and their content is servicing that community well enough. And so I would love to figure out how to own and control the content and media around the under 30 and the younger Gen Z black